Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Where are we going next? Today we're back at Walt Disney World and we're here at Disney's Coronado Springs. We're standing in front of the Gran Destino Tower and we're going to take you guys on a little tour here of Coronado Springs to show you what this resort has to offer. In our opinion, this moderate level resort is probably one of the best moderate resorts you can stay at, and arguably one of the best resorts you could stay at here at Walt Disney World, in our opinion. It's got all kinds of restaurants, tons of amenities, and it almost creeps into the deluxe kind of category too. So this hotel is brand new, renovated. The tower's just a few years old, and the rooms are very updated as well. So without further ado, let's go inside and check it out. As we head up the walkway here, just pointing out too that this is the front of the resort. So if you're new to Coronado Springs or you haven't been for a while, this is the new check-in and the main lobby area. So this is where you'd be driving up if you were coming in your own car or from airport transportation. And you just drive up the walkway, or drive up the driveway here. And I'll just read a little bit from the website just to kind of give you a bit of like what the art is like here and the flair. So it says, celebrate the unique blend of Spanish, Mexican, and Southwest American cultures at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. So a couple things that are really awesome, the reason why we like this resort is, one, it's the first Disney resort we've actually been to together. So we have a little bit of like a personal connection to it. Also, this huge tower here has all kinds of guest rooms as well. It's such beautiful architecture too, as you can see from this overhang here. Inside, you're gonna see that the art and the architecture is so impressive for a moderate level Disney resort. We've got a really cool themed pool called the Dig Site. There's also other pools wrapped around the resort as well. There's a very large lake in the middle of the resort, which we'll take a look at a little later. And there's bars and lounges and food courts scattered throughout the resort. So it's got all kinds of awesome amenities. So let's go check them all out. So this is the front entrance here. And I'm just over here at the desk. That's where the luggage assistants will be. And you can head in these doors right here for the check-in. If you wanted to head straight down into the bus area, the bus stops are actually going to be down the staircase just over here to take you to the theme parks. So again, without further ado, let's head inside here to the lobby. You can see that they've got the 50th anniversary welcome mats. And then take a look at this. So take a look at the lighting just wrapped around the walls here as you come in. And you can see a beautiful lobby here, very well lit by natural light. I'm just gonna kind of walk straight over here to give you guys probably one of the best views in the resort here. Well, second best, because the best view is gonna be on the top of the tower. So yeah, take it all in here. Look at the beautiful columns here, different types of architecture. I love all the wavy lines. And then, so this is sort of the first level down here where I'm kind of looking right now, and we're standing on the second level. This is just a lounge area or a seating area for the Barcelona Lounge, which we'll see in just a few minutes too. So if we wrap around this way, just kind of showing you the door that we walked in at is right here. If we look over here to the left, this is where the check-in is going to be in the front desk. Concierge to help you with any questions and making dining reservations and pick up your park tickets and magic bands and all that stuff is going to be over here. And I just love the lighting and the backdrops behind the front desk. Such a cool design. There's also going to be a staircase right here to lead down into the first level. Just over here is like a small little boardroom table over there. It just looks like maybe for meetings, and then like cast member entrances over here as well. And if we pan over this way, just walking past the front entrance over here, there's a large seating area back here. So you can see there's some tables here. There's lots of great seating scattered throughout the lobby here. Nice comfy chairs and sofas. And then just further down here, this is going to be the access to restrooms, which are just here and here. There's also ATMs there as well to take out cash, and a mail drop if you needed to make any or post any mail while you're staying here. Just to the right of that is the guest elevators, and there are 6 elevators to get up to all the rooms. They have A, B, C, D, E, and F, and that'll take you to, as you can see here, we're on the lobby level here. So this is the check-in, the fitness center, which I'll show you in just a second, and then the lower lobby, which I was pointing at earlier with the Barcelona Lounge, and then the connection over to El Centro and the convention center. As you can see, there is laundry on floor 3, and then all the guest rooms all the way up to floor 15, which is the Kronos Club, and then floor 16 is where we find Toledo restaurant, which requires reservations, and Dahlia Lounge, which is open, both are open in the evening. So just from the elevators here, I also want to point out these information screens here. So these are going to cycle through some of the different amenities here at the resort. So we've got the different dining and lounges cycling through here. And these are actually touchscreen too. So if I wanted to, I can kind of like move these up and down and pause it to see a bit more about a specific place. And there are even like some buttons down here that I can click. So like for example, park hours, I can see all the different park hours for today. So that's always helpful just to kind of see some of the ins and outs and the going-ons at the hotel. Just to the right of that, if we head over this way, there's lots of seating here. One thing I noticed about the seating too is they've all got like small USB and power, so you can plug in any devices and charge your devices or charge a laptop while you're hanging out there. There's some big mirrors on the wall too here, just to make the room look even bigger than it already does. And then just to the right of that, this is the access to the fitness center just here. So you need a room key to get there. So over to the right, I'll just give you another view over the first level, or Barcelona Lounge here. So there it is down there. We'll go downstairs and check it out a bit closer, but just giving you another view of the Barcelona Lounge. I'm really impressed by the architecture here. These columns, how they have the wavy lines going all the way up to the ceiling. That's probably one of the most impressive pieces of this hotel, is the architecture here, how unique it is. If you look over this way to the left, we've got these huge arches here, letting in natural light with cool like circle designs on the windows. So we're going to take the elevators up to the 16th floor and take a look at the Dahlia and Toledo restaurant and lounge. Alright, so we're up on the 16th floor here. Just straight ahead is restrooms, and then to the left is the check-in desk for Toledo, tapas, steak, and seafood. And then over to the right is Dahlia Lounge, which we'll check out in just a second. We're going to go over here and check out Toledo. So again, the amazing architecture and the amazing decor continues in here. You can see like the different style of, or you can see a very continuous style of these arches and lighting and impressive ceiling work here. So dinner is offered at Toledo. Breakfast and lunch are not served, and the same thing with Dahlia Lounge. So this gets much nicer and much more energetic in the evening time. It's the morning right now. It's about 10 o'clock, so there's no one here at the moment. All right, so back in the main area here, this is Dahlia Lounge. So Dahlia Lounge is open for drinks and just like a hangout place, nightlife here at Coronado Springs. So if you kind of wrap around this way, you can see this is the bar area here, and there is restrooms just to the right of that. And yeah, again, this is open in the evenings, and I'm sure this is much more energetic in the evening time. But here's a little look at what Dahlia looks like. So the other thing they have here at Dahlia is doorways to go out onto the observation deck area. So if I push, oh yeah, you can see sweeping views of Walt Disney World here. Holy cow. So as we look, we can see a couple different things here. We can see this is Animal Kingdom over there. We can see the Expedition Everest ride. You can see there's Blizzard Beach over here. If we keep looking over this way, this is Hollywood Studios. Right over here, you can see Galaxy's Edge, and then the Tower of Terror just here. So yeah, you got a beautiful view out here. You can see all around Florida. This is awesome. This would be so cool to like look at nighttime too, and especially if like a storm rolled in too. It'd be so neat to see it from here. And if we look over this way, this is just the other side of the balcony here. We can see the Swan and Dolphin, and then just beyond that, just past this little decoration piece here, we can see Epcot as well. You can see Spaceship Earth right there. So we're gonna head back inside here. And oh, this is where we started the tour down here. We were just in front of the Gran Destino Tower. So we're all the way up on top right now. And then I'm just on the other side, I'm just at a window here, but you can get a really good view of the rest of the resort here. So starting over here, we can see the Cabanas Room block area. Over here we can see the dig site pool, which we're gonna visit in a few minutes. Just beyond that, you can see the Ranchos room block here. And this is Lago Dorado, and then the Three Bridges Bar and Grill in the middle of the lake. You can see the three bridges connecting the restaurant. And then over here is the Casitas area. So we'll go take a look, and we'll be walking around the lake to show you all these areas on the tour here. So we're going to go back downstairs now and then take a walk over to the rest of the food offerings over in El Centro. Alright, so we're back in the luxurious lobby. and we're gonna just wanted to show you guys like some of the activity that's happening here at the resort. You can get a little sneak peek of some of the stuff here. We've got nature walks, we've got fitness classes, Sangria University, painting experiences, mosaic art classes, movies under the stars, scavenger hunts, and then here's a sneak peek into the food offerings here and when they're open as well. So just an FYI, the Toledo and Dahlia we just visited are opening at 5 o'clock p.m. and a little map of where they're located here. So you can pause that at any point and take a little bit closer look at each of those. So we're gonna head down the stairs over here and down into the Barcelona Lounge and the seating area downstairs. So we're heading downstairs now, and there are elevators that take you down here as well. And you can see a nice little sweeping shot of the bar area and also the seating area just here too. So we'll head around this way just to take a look at the menu over here at Barcelona Lounge. So you can get breakfast here, and it's kind of like grab and go breakfast, but it's a really good option if you're in a hurry and heading to the parks. So over here on the menu for Barcelona Lounge, we have coffees currently on the TV right now. So I'll let you pause that and take a little closer look at the coffee offering. And then you can also see breakfast offerings as well, just at the bottom. They have breakfast wraps, croissants, and egg and cheese croissants, and ham, egg, and cheese croissants. You can also grab and go some go-go squeezes. They've got kind of like fruit parfaits and fruit cups. And they've got waters and milks and juices and a couple soft drinks here. I'll give you a little sneak peek at some of these menu items and some of the sweets here. We got some muffins, chocolate chip blueberry, and then some cookies. And then here's the croissants here, and then the breakfast croissants as well. We've got some granola bars, and then some packaged cereal. And then it is a full service bar as well, except the bar doesn't open till 3 o'clock p.m. and then it stays open till midnight. And then over on the left side, they have self-serve coffee from Joffrey's. And then I also thought I'd point out, just beside all the food offerings, there's more restrooms right here too. All right, so one more look at the area here at Barcelona Lounge. And then we're gonna turn over this way and head down this hallway. This is gonna connect us over to El Centro, which is like the food market area. And then the elevators are also connected here as well. So here's the elevators that take you up to the lobby area and all the guest rooms. And if we turn around this way, this is going to lead us to, as I said, the El Centro and the Convention Center, Villa del Lago, which is the Three Bridges restaurant, Casitas and Ranchos, and then over to the right is the Cabanas and the pool area. So this leads to El Centro, Casitas, and Ranchos, and then over this way, this leads over to the Cabanas pool area and room area, but it also leads out to a small little terrace area with some additional seating. So if you want, you can grab like a breakfast croissant and a coffee, and you can have some breakfast out here. Nice relaxing environment. There's some beautiful music playing, and there's some really nice gardens over here too, some chairs in there you can sit in. I like this bench over here with this like kind of flowy kind of mosaic tiling, and it continues over here too. You can get a nice seat here in one of these chairs and look out over the water here. This will give us a better look at the resort itself too. So this is Lago Dorado, and straight ahead you can see the Three Bridges restaurant there. This would be the walkways to head over to the Ranchos Room area, or sorry, the Cabanas Room area. And then another walkway to head to the dig site pool. And then over here, the Ranchos is behind, so it's kind of the furthest away from the lobby area. And then Casitas is kind of just right here, which is connected to El Centro, which is where we're gonna head now. However, if we keep panning around here, we can see a beautiful shot here of the backside of Gran Destino Tower and the sun coming over the top of it there. All right, so swinging back this way, this was the door that we came outside in. We could go back inside and take this like tunnel here, but it's just such a beautiful day, so we'll just spend our time outdoors here and show you the outdoor portion of the walkway. And again, like I said, the tunnel or the covered rock walkway is there if you wanted to get some air conditioning or stay out of the elements. So over here, it looks like they do some like bike rentals as well. You can see some bikes here, and you can bike around the lake itself. Again, this is the tunnel here, or the covered walkway that we would have walked through indoors to get to the sort of the same area we are now. And I'll just point out a couple things here. This is Laguna Bar, which is currently closed just because it's earlier in the morning. That will open up a little later on. And and they offer some different refreshments. And then inside here, this is actually the old check-in of Coronado Springs before they built Gran Destino Tower. So we'll go in there in just a second and see how they've transformed that. And then there's another kind of plaza area outside the food court here. All right, so here's Laguna Bar. And you can see some food they have, nachos, huachos, buffalo salad, or buffalo chicken salad. They have some cocktails as well. This is a good one for coming back from the parks. Everything hurts. And then some frozen drinks, Cancun Colada and a Besito Daiquiri. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just head inside the entrance here, and this is El Centro. I'll show you on the map kind of where we are now. So what we did is we started our tour here. We toured Gran Destino Tower. We just finished the terrace over here. We walked along over to here, and we're just gonna walk inside the El Centro right here. So if we head inside here, again, like I said, this is the old main entrance to Coronado Springs. This is before they did the renovations. So there's a beautiful fountain that welcomes you, and you can see the sunlight coming through here right now, giving this a really cool effect on the fountain here. This would be the entrance here. This is where you can actually take the walkway out to go get transportation to the parks, the Disney bus transportation. Over to the right is Panchitos, which is the gift shop. And then the restaurants and convention center are gonna be down this hallway. And then panning over to the left, this is the old kind of check-in area, and they've transformed it into a really nice seating area. So they've got some big tables here. They've got even some nice couches and like nice cushiony chairs here too. They still left like the architecture here intact. You can see the big wooden beams and the pennant lights hanging down from the ceiling here. There's a cool little secret here. There's actually a hidden Mickey with the lights up here. So just on the other end of the room here, there's two more TVs to kind of see what's going on at the resort. And this is the hallway we would have come down if we took the covered tunnel or covered walkway from the Gran Destino Tower. There's also these high top tables, and a lot of the tables, if not most or all of them, have power and USB plugs too to charge your devices. They also have like chess games around as well, you can see here. And then I even saw some checkers boards as well. There's restrooms here, relative to the door right there leading out to the bus transportation. So I just came out the door here by the fountain, and just to show you that over to the left here, this is where all the buses are. So it is conveniently located by Gran Destino Tower, which is there, and also if you're staying at one of the rooms over in the old part of the resort, you can get to the buses just here too. There are bus stops also located around the resort as well. So I'll put a map up on screen and try to pinpoint where those are, because the buses will stop at those bus stops as well, to save you from walking all the way to the front lobby to catch one of the buses to the theme parks. So that's always a really good thing to help with this large resort and cut down on some of the walking. So here's Panchitos, and you can see right at the front here they've got some 50th anniversary merchandise. Beautiful Spirit jersey. There's one of the three Caballeros. And then just over here you can see some more 50th merch, like a nice puzzle. All kinds of different clothing options. I'm not going to go and look at every single thing here. You can find all this stuff online in the theme parks as well. Over here there's a great selection of like backpacks or like lounge fly backpacks for in the parks. Cool little park bags here. And then in the back you can see there's some coffee mugs, some more soft drinks and refreshments. There's some wines and alcohol in the back, and even some plushies and things like that throughout the Panchitos gift shop here. We're gonna turn left and we're gonna head down this little hallway to the restaurants. This is the entrance to Cafe Rick's, a quick little grab and go area here with like different little sandwiches, similar to Barcelona Lounge. They've got a bit more selection here though. This would be a quick little grab and go place to grab some quick snacks before you head to the parks. And then just further down the hall we have Rick's Sports Bar and Grill, which is kind of like it's a sit down. You actually have a server that will help you bring your food. And they have some additional selections to Cafe Rick's just down the hall. So this is the kind of food area here. So you can see Cafe Rick's here, or sorry, Rick's Sports Bar and Grill. So this is the entrance to it here. If we look inside here, we can see there's a bar up there and some TVs. They play some sports throughout the day. And they've got some food offered at breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. I'm sure if you scan this barcode, you can tap into the menus yourself as well on your phone. And then just down from Rick's, we have the convention center. So I'm not going to head down here. If you're here for business, this will be where you'll go. And if not, this probably won't concern you too much. All right, so just across from Rick's Sports Bar and Grill, we have El Mercado de Coronado, and this is the large food court. So if you're looking for a good selection and a quick grab and go for breakfast or lunch or dinner, this is a good place to come. Since we've been here, this is all renovated just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. So starting over on the right side of the food court, we have lots of different snacks here, bags of chips and things. Across from that, we have some different milks and water. And then just beside that, a couple more smaller bags of chips. We've got these 50th anniversary rapid fill cups, and you can grab these for $20 and then refill them as long as you want for free at the fountain drink stations too, here at the resort. You can't use them in the parks though, but here at the resort you can use them to refill for any kind of meal of the day. So that's always a good option. And then some soft drinks here, some orange juice and apple juice. There's some packaged cereals and oatmeal. And we have different sports drinks and energy drinks in here. And then we got some salads here for a bit of a healthier alternative. Sandwiches and wraps. We got some charcuterie, some cheese, and some crackers and salamis, fruit cups, and then some dessert cups here too. We have some freshly baked pastries, some fresh fruit, some croissants, and then I'll take a look at some of the offerings here on the menu. Here's another menu for breakfast sandwiches here at El Mercado, and you can grab some of them here that are already prepared so you don't have to wait. All through here they've just got some things scattered like oatmeal and things we've already seen, so they're kind of conveniently placed in this little queue here. And you can get some more meals here. We can get some like a kids scramble over here, a Grand Fiesta breakfast bowl. You can get them to prepare that for you here fresh. And then over here, we've got some Mickey-shaped waffles, and then a kid's version, and then over here, buttermilk pancakes, and they'll prepare that fresh for you too. And then finally, we have some cold beverages. We have smoothies and little margaritas of different flavors you can see on the menu just here. All right, so from the food area here in the Convention Center, this would take us back to the main El Centro and also the Gran Destino Tower. And then just to the right, if we went down this way, this will take us to Maya Grill, which is where we're going to go visit in a second. However, I just want to point out there's a fuel rod station here too. So fuel rods are a first one-time charge of $30 for the kit, which gives you a chargeable fuel rod and then connections for Apple iPhones and Androids. And then you get free swaps for full chargers or full fuel rods when yours becomes empty. And that's free at Disney World. So it's a really good option to keep your devices charged, especially with like the dependence on My Disney Experience, the app that you have to use for lightning lanes and for dining and things like that. And then just to the right here is another door to go outside. And outside here is some more terrace seating right beside the lake. So you can have a little meal outside beside Lago Dorado. And then over this way there is some more additional seating just over here. Okay, so back inside now, heading down this way. Just to the left of me is the food court area, El Mercado de Coronado. So we've already just taken a tour just through there. So just at the end of the hallway here is Maya Grill, and we got a cool little like stone sculpture here showing the entrance to the restaurant. And then just over here, this is Maya Grill. So it's closed at the moment. This will be open a little later for dinner, but I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek at some of the offerings here. So if we just take a little peek in here, we can see some like Mayan influences. We'll just give you like a small little pan in here. You can get a bit of a sense of the vibe in here at Maya Grill. And then just to the right of where we are right now, there are washrooms as well too, just at the entrance of Maya Grill. So what we're going to do now is head all the way back to Gran Destino Tower. We're going to go to the terrace area outdoors there, and then we're going to take a tour around Lago Dorado and take a look at all the guest room blocks. All right, so we are back at Gran Destino Tower. So we just came out this door right here. That was the covered walkway. We walked all the way back from the El Centro. And we're gonna head over this way, and this is gonna take us over to the Cabanas area of the guest rooms. It looks like they have a little fire pit here. They maybe do like marshmallow roastings or s'mores in the evenings. All right, so we're here at a bit of a fork in the road. We're gonna go down this way in just a minute. That's gonna take us to the dig site pool. But we're gonna head over this way now, and this is gonna take us to the Cabanas area, which is the guest room block over on the right side of the hotel here. What I really like, and I wanted to show you guys at the Cabanas area, and I think there are some of these scattered around the other room blocks as well, as they have these big hammocks here as well. There's actually like a little beach here too. So perfect spot to relax. There isn't a pool in this area right here, but I think there is one just back over here. So the guest rooms are just kind of scattered in these little bungalows through the gardens here. And then over here on the right, this is the Cabanas Village pool. So there are guest rooms like kind of scattered around here. So if you wanted to be close to the pool, you could definitely make that request. I'm seeing they do have towel service as well here too. And I believe they do have washrooms as well, just in this building over here. Just also point out that they have an assistive device to help people get in and out of the pool, which is always helpful. So looking over this way, the Cabanas guest rooms continue along this walkway here, and this walkway will actually take you all the way around to the Ranchos guest rooms, and then this small little walkway here where you can see some people walking takes you over to the dig site pool. But we're going to take the main walkway back, which is just back this way and across the bridge that we looked at earlier. So we're heading over this way now. This little walkway connects the Gran Destino Tower over to the dig site, which is the main themed and the largest pool here at Coronado Springs. There's beautiful music playing in the background too, just to give a little bit more ambiance. And you can see this is where the El Centro and the food court, El Mercado, and Maya Grill are located just over here where we just toured. And then we'll just turn around and show you another shot of Gran Destino Tower. So this is the old part of the resort that we're visiting here. This hasn't been like renovated or added since the addition of Gran Destino Tower. Here you can see a signpost that's telling us where everything is located. So we're gonna head this way to the left, and we're gonna head into the dig site pool and take a quick peek. Cool thing about the dig site area is that it has the largest hot tub on Walt Disney World property. And just to let you know too, the pool hours are 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So they do have some lighting set up for some nighttime swimming. So I'll just give you a quick pan of the pool here. So there's some shade back here and some seating over here. There's some sun loungers all around in the sun as well. This is the Jaguar slide here, so you just get to that by walking up these steps here, and then the slide comes out here. And then in the middle there's the Mayan ruins, sort of like a replica of the one you might see over in Chichen Itza. Over here is Siestas, the cantina here, which is like food and drink offerings. And then located over here is the Iguana arcade. Just to the right of that is the playground with the pool area here. So we'll go take a bit closer look at all these things here. So there's also mentioning this pool has an assistive device to help people get in and out of the pool. And here's a better shot of the pyramid here at the dig site pool. And you can see there's actually the water's not coming down right now, but usually they do have a waterfall coming down the steps of the pyramid. And also mentioning in the pool area they have pool towels and return towels for pool service or towel service here at the pool. I'm just outside Siesta's Cantina. Over to the left here, they have a beach volleyball court. So they organize some times for beach volleyball. So this is Siesta's Cantina. You can see they'll mix you up some drinks here. I'm gonna head over to look at the menus over here. So actually you can see there's small little versions of the menus on the turnstiles, or the queuing posts here. And here's some of these signature cocktails that are offered.
Let me just check with you.
And just over to the right of that is washrooms and Iguana arcade over here. You can also see there's some table tennis here. Here's the restrooms just there, and you can see some more Maya cultural kind of nods over there. And these are like, I think these are like the little snakes that you'd see at the base of the pyramids here, just kind of bordering Iguana arcade, which is in here. And looking over this way, this is the play area here for kids. You can see there's a small slide here that just like little snake, and you come out of its mouth. There's some like little rock work you can climb up. And then back there's a small like playground over here called Explorer's Playground. Okay, so just back at the pool area, you can see Gran Destino Tower in the background. So one more shot of the pool area before we head out. Just letting you know that the hot tub is actually located right here, the largest hot tub in Walt Disney World, but I didn't want to just like go in there and film people directly in the hot tub. Another thing to mention too is there is life jackets, so you can just take a life jacket and return it when you're finished for your kids. Alright, so from the dig site pool area, just turning over to the left here, this is going to lead over to Ranchero, the guest room area. However, it also leads to a bridge here, and this is one of the 3 bridges that leads over to the 3 Bridges restaurant. So we're going to actually take the bridge right now over to go check out 3 Bridges restaurant, and then we'll come back here and head down this way to the Ranchos, which is the guest rooms down this pathway here. So just coming across the one of 3 bridges over here, just to kind of clarify, this is called Villa del Lago, or like the villa on the lake. And then, so this whole thing is that. And then on the villa on the lake, there is Three Bridges restaurant. So you might see kind of the signs pointing to Villa del Lago, which means this building here, and you can find the Three Bridges restaurant inside or on this little island here. So we're coming up to the kind of fork in the road here that leads to the other two bridges. So all the bridges meet. So one coming from the Casitas area, one comes from like the main lobby area, and then one comes from the dig site pool where we just came from as well. And this is Villa del Lago here, and it's closed at the moment. This does open for a bit more of like late seating and in the afternoon / evening, but this is it here. So there's lots of like seats, patio furniture just out there to have a seat at and enjoy a meal or a drink in the evening. So just coming around the other way, there is like another, I think this is the exit. Yeah, it says exit only on this little gate here, but you can get a good shot of the restaurant here this way, and then looking over Lago Dorado and Gran Destino Tower. So we're gonna come back here. We're returning to our spot on land here. This way was to the dig site pool. We're gonna head over this way, and this is gonna lead us to the Ranchos first, and then onto the Casitas guest rooms. So I'll just take a second to tell you, although the resort is very large, so I think it's a whole mile around the entire walking path around the resort, just under a mile. It is very well interconnected now. Now that they have the three bridges that connects the resort together, you can get to places a lot faster as opposed to walking around the entire resort like you had to before. And then they do have, like I said, the bus stops at each of the guest room blocks too. So Casitas, Ranchos, and the Cabanas have their own bus stops. So that's very helpful too. But I will let you know that the Ranchos is the hotel block that is furthest away from the hotel lobby area and the food courts. But if you're looking for some quiet and get away from all that action and away from the lobby, this Ranchos area, it's pretty quiet here. The gardens are really nice. We've got some rock work here too to add to the theming. Yeah, definitely a ranch-like vibe here. And if we continue down here, you can see just on the left and the right, there's the guest rooms here. There's a hitching post here for your horse, if you came in by horse. And then over here, I'm just walking down the pathway because there is a pool down here too. So before we head down here, just looking over to the left, this is where you're gonna head out to the bus stop. So there is a bus stop. If you can see that little, just through here, you can see that little building. That's where you'd pick up a bus to head to the theme parks. So yeah, just heading over this way, this building here, inside the Rancho guest room block, this is the laundry area here. And I think this building also connects up to the pool, which is here. And there are washrooms as well to use while you're staying at the pool. Just before we show that, I will show you on the map kind of where we are, because we are kind of like walking down quite a few number of pathways. So we were at the Three Bridges restaurant, so we came up this pathway here and then down into the Ranchos section, and we walked all the way around here, and this is the pool area right here relative to the rest of the resort. So once we check out the pool, we're gonna head back to this pathway and then head over to the Casitas area, check out the Casitas, show you the pool, and then that'll be it for the tour. So just peeking at the pool area here, you can see there's towel service, assistive devices like the other pools to help get in, and then a small little pool here too to enjoy. And it's pretty quiet here, it's nice. There's some guest rooms across here as well. Good little vibes here if you're looking for a quiet atmosphere. All right, so I've just come out of the Ranchos section, and I'm heading down a pathway now that's going to lead over to the Casitas section, which is the final section for guest rooms here at Coronado Springs. Also want to point out one thing that's pretty cool here is Disney participates in butterfly conservation, so they do plant plants that will attract butterflies and help the butterfly population, which is really nice. So we're coming into the Casitas area, and then across from here you can see the Three Bridges restaurants at Villa del Lago. So the Casitas area, in my opinion, is probably one of the better options. So you have access to Villa del Lago right here in the Three Bridges restaurant. The dig pool is just across this bridge and this bridge, so you get very quick access to the dig site. And then you're pretty close if you have a room at the Casitas to the main lobby and stuff too. So Casitas is a pretty good location, definitely, and there is a separate bus stop and pool, which we're going to check out in just a second here at Casitas. So just continuing down the path, we're heading down into the Casitas guest room area here, just in front of us, so down the pathway in here. This is where the pool is going to be located, and then also the bus stop is just beyond the pool and then over across the small road there. One other thing I forgot to mention in the Casitas area is there's actually a fitness center and a salon too that takes reservations and appointments. So that's actually a pretty awesome thing. All right, so just in front of me is the Casitas Village pool, and the pool has complete with towel service. It also has like an assistive device, and there's a fair amount of seating located around the pool. There's even some umbrellas for some shade, but there's even some palm trees here for extra shade too. And yeah, there's some Casitas guest rooms scattered around here. Yeah, nice little pool. I like how they have three pools located in each of the guest room areas. So you're pretty much close to a pool anywhere you go, and then there's always the dig site pool, which is the big theme pool if you want a little bit extra action. So just over here, this is the health club and the fitness center, and also the salon. So just down this little hallway right here, and that's where you'll locate La Vida, which it says on the sign, massage, salon, and fitness. Okay, so I've just kind of walked down the pathway from the pool here at the Casitas Village, and the salon and the fitness center was here, and just over here is the check-in for the salon just there. If we turn around this way, this is going to lead over to the guest parking lot area. And I also want to just point out the bus stop here in the Casitas section. So if you look, I'm just going to crouch down. If you look just over here, that's where the little shelter is for the bus stop. So you can catch a bus from the Casitas section. So again, very, very helpful that each of the little guest room blocks, Casitas, Ranchos, and Cabanas, all have pools and all have the bus stop locations. But one thing that Casitas has is the fitness center and the health club. So another kind of cool reason why Casitas might be one of the nicer places to stay here at the Coronado Springs. So just before we finish off the video here, I've just snuck into, well, not really snuck in, but I'm just sort of passing through some of the paths here in the Casitas Village area. I'll just show you some of the theming here. We can see some fountains with these little lions, and you can see this really big kind of two towers here connecting the two room blocks together with these bridges. So it is very beautiful here at the Casitas section. So I'm probably a little biased to the Casitas section because this is where we stayed on our first Walt Disney World vacation. So we have a little bit of like a, you know, connection to Casitas, but it definitely is like a really cool like vibe here, and also like a really beautiful room block to stay in. We're back looking over Lago Dorado, and I can't think of a better spot to end the video than here. So that's going to do it for our video here. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at Coronado Springs and all that it has to offer. I still think that this is probably one of the best Disney resorts to stay at. We got Gran Destino Tower with Barcelona, Dahlia, and Toledo, the lounges and the restaurants. We've got the food court, Rick's Sports Bar and Grill. We've got the Maya Grill, a Mexican themed restaurant. We've got 3 different room blocks, the Cabanas, Ranchos, and then here we are at the Casitas. Each has their own pool, laundry, washrooms. And then just to kind of top things off, we've got an easy kind of access between all the different areas with the 3 bridges, all meeting at the middle at Villa del Lago, where the 3 Bridges Bar and Grill is. We've actually stayed here twice and are looking forward to coming back as well. So we can definitely vouch for how good this resort really is. Being in the moderate category, you kind of get moderate pricing, and it's starting to kind of dip into some of the deluxe features as well. So if you found this video helpful in taking a look around Coronado Springs and all that it has to offer, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to find out where we're going next.